home shirt anyway? Something unique, something bespoke, something that is Ipswich, and Ipswich alone, no one else. Our shirt, our home. It's a nod to a classic, a shirt that looks forward to a new dawn, but still honours past glories. This is our history. This is our home. This is our shirt. You weren't going, were you? We all know it's about those away days. This is our game.
Hello again, my friends, and you are my friends, and welcome to the kit reaction, our full reaction to today's announcement. What's it been? I mean, what a journey we've been on. We've had announcement videos, for countdown clocks, for finally a home and an away strip. Is a third to follow? Possibly not. Let's wait to see. But the home and the away shirt, as you saw there, expertly narrated by Fabio Wardley. So it's here. Let's have your thoughts on it. Everyone knows I'm not a huge kit connoisseur. Everyone knows I don't quite get why we get hysterical about it, but I can fully respect those that do. And as someone told me only today, it's an identity, and I have to agree with them. It absolutely is. Jeremy, is loving the new shirt, home and away. From what I hear, there was thousands trying to get on the website today, Jeremy. Thousands trying to get on to pre-book it. When did town become big time? Well, we've always been big time, let's be brutally honest. But you know what I mean. Good evening to one of our YouTube members, EJ Norris. Lewis, good evening, everyone. Nothing wrong with getting emotional, remembering the past. New kits are decent. And remember to subscribe for a chance to win. Absolutely. We do have a giveaway update on our channel right now. As announced in that giveaway update, about 45% of our viewers are not subscribed. Now, we had 500,000 views last year, so you do the mathematics. It's a huge number. We want to get to 4,000 so we can give away 2 season tickets to stay within the ITFC community or Talking Town community, and others, courtesy of Sam Morsey and a couple of other wonderful people, to give to charity. Now, I'm looking into charities, but I would also value your feedback. The show's there. Just go and watch it. It's all there. Let's get busy and let's get this our club back in to the community. Obviously, this week the Ipswich Town Foundation was well, I wouldn't say launched, but renamed. Anyway, EJ, Gov, that away kit is basically your design. Funny that, isn't it, EJ? Rob Holmes, evening all. Love the new shirts. The away run reminds me of our successful season 30 years ago when I was a wee lad. Absolutely. Lewis Robertson, Ashton is shrewd, our player with the largest social media following, which we will get into as well at the back end of this show. Obviously, Elkham Baggett's new contract. Kat and Ben Durrant, welcome back to the family, my friends. Durrant's loving both kits. Feels like a fresh era with nods to past times. Hopefully all TT family are good. Now, if you're new here, and we have got lots of new viewers, we are live. The chat is there to get involved, as you are seeing. I may drop a link if I can as well, so you can come on and have your say about the kit, about Elkham Baggett, about whatever it may be. But let's kick it off. Let's get our man, Big Fish. Tom Jane.
I think the squad of 24-25 that we've got are good enough to do something in this league.
Yes, they are. But now they are wearing a couple of kits. Tom, welcome. How are you, brother?
I'm good, mate. Thanks. How are you?
I'm very well. Now, we sat here only not a week ago. I think over a week ago, me, you, and our third member of the team, which we'll introduce very shortly. We went through some of our kit designs. And before you get into your kit thoughts, let's first unpack the announcement for the video that said it starts today, but not today. It started Thursday. And then we had a countdown clock. I lost my mind. How did you see it?
Yeah, very well done. I thought they did a very good job of it. They whipped up the fan base, got the hysteria going, which is what you've got to do if you're a half-competent commercial team, which they are clearly that and a lot more. So, yeah, I think kudos to Ashton and everyone behind it. I think it was very well executed. Everybody's got excited for it. and even to them saying, we're just going to release it an hour earlier than we said we would.
They couldn't even stick to their own countdown clock.
Yeah, and they just went, well, we've got everyone in the palm of our hands, basically, and they did. So, yeah, I think excellently done. Well done to them lot.
Oh, excellently done. I just don't like the video being called It Starts Today when it started on Thursday or whatever it might be. And Matt Penny's still my left back. I'm not losing sight of that right now. Lewis Robinson, think the pattern is the new Talking Town logo. Jeremy, breaking news. I can move out to Ipswich. Jeremy, I didn't know you moved that. Oh, you were fixed. Of course you were. Kat, we've been here quietly, but what? Oh, we welcome in to discuss it. Let's bring in somebody. It's a kit. Well, you're wearing a nice kit. Actually, I take that back. You're wearing a shirt that's got, Town's badge on it. So it's good by proxy, but it ain't the best. Is it one of your favourites?
It's grown on me a lot. I got it for Christmas, so I wasn't expecting to get last season's kit, which is what this is. But yeah, it has grown on me a fair bit, so I think it's all right.
I was needing you to talk a bit longer there to take my foot, size 15, out of my mouth. As I said, is it one of your favourites? And I thought to myself, I fucking hope he says no, because I just dissed it otherwise. Thankfully, it's not one of your favourites. But this man here is wearing one of his. He is our aficionado of the F1 world, but it also seems the aficionado, Stephen Thompson.
No, I think Bottas he'll be the one to really hold out.
There he is. There he is. Look at that beautiful specimen, and the kit ain't bad either. Stephen, how you doing, friend?
I'm very well. Yourself?
Yeah, look, I'm like a giddy school boy. I have not been in this chair for about 7 days.
Mm-hmm.
It's like being back at school on the first day of term. It's like, woo, here we go.
Yeah, back to it.
Back looking at your two faces. Steve, first of all, talk us through your kit there. You wanted that colour on your kit. Is that one of your favourite shirts?
It is, yeah. I'd gone for this collar without the laces, as much as I do like the laces. I don't think that would have quite suited a newer style of kit. But yeah, I don't think I need to explain it really. It's probably one of the most recognisable ones we've had, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. I don't know if they get away with those laces now, with
I don't know.
modern safety, because is it technically could you strap? I don't know, actually. But I want to.
I mean, you don't know where you can yourself in it, but there's probably some kind of health and safety thing that would prevent it now, isn't there?
Look, Brexit means Brexit. That stuff don't apply no more. All right. Anyway, that's my gammon cam for the day. It's like Safety Guide 20, Evening Gov, jury out on the kits, but I'm Adidas bias. Is it Adidas or Adidas? I was told Adidas by somebody, and I don't know if they're just trying to, pull my chain or what. What do you both say?
I've always said Adidas.
I've always said Adidas, but it was named by Adi Dassler, the German guy who made it, I think. I think that might be right if someone wants to correct me on it. So it might be Adidas.
Well, there you go. See, probably someone would say both terms are correct. Leighton, it's good to have a unique shirt. Mark actually specifically designed for us. Another club will have the same shirt, template free. Right. In case you've not seen it, or in case you are like Matthew, still on the website trying to order the home shirt, he's only 178th in the queue. They need that music, the old, the old Gov web.
Slowly going mad on the other end of the phone. Yeah.
I thought it was Antiques Roadshow, that.
Yeah, I mixed the two, mate. I'm just like,
I'm
like Calvin Harris. I didn't even know it. Right, here is a gallery of the new shirt before we get into the new shirt.
I met you on a sunny day. Right there, you took my breath away. A young and pretty wasn't just a dream. The next day, you called me up. You told me I'm your little buttercup. You came over and you fell into my arms.
Adverts courtesy of Talking Town. Right, that's the kit. What do we think? Let's start with the home strip. Tom, what do you think of the home strip, my man?
I bloody love it. I think it's great. It's something completely different to what we've had in years gone by with these Adidas lot. I've quite enjoyed some of the Adidas ones, but this is completely different. It's got notes to the cobbled stand. It's got motifs to previous kits that we've had. And yeah, it's it's bespoke to our club, and it's not something you're going to get off the shelf anywhere else. And I think they've done a great job with it.
Steve, what do you think?
Totally agree. Absolutely love it. Although, yeah, some of the Adidas kits were quite nice. It's nice to have one that isn't a template. It's bespoke. It's got a nice nod to the past, but like they said, looking at the past, looking forward, that sort of thing. I love it. It's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, let's start with the slogan inside the back collar, as it will be. And still running towards adversity, question mark. What do we think of the slogan inside the shirt? I've had numerous messages on this very topic, from cringe to brilliant. TJ?
It's a bit of both, isn't it? I think Mark Ashton gave it a good sell on the socials today, but because initially when I heard that, I think adversity, we're running towards something terrible, which has been the past, 15 years plus. So, True. Yeah, but when he tells you the backstory and he reminds you of where we are, where we're backed from, and where the money's coming from, it's people who are running towards worse things than we've got. So, like people have said, once you put on the kit, the first thing you're going to see is that slogan. People are fighting to do these causes. We've got to go and do our job now. So I think it's kind of grown on me in that way, but I do get people's umming and ahhings about it.
Okay. Get that on board, Steve. What do you think of the running towards adversity? Are you different to Tom?
No, I do. I largely agree. I know it's been a couple of years, isn't it? We had that Bobby Robson slogan in the back of the 2020-2021 kit. And that was quite nice. This is obviously a little bit different. That was a decent quote from Sir Bobby. But yeah, this one, like you say, if you're running towards adversity, it makes it sound like you're running towards trouble or something poor, which we've grown used to the past couple of decades. But yeah, like you said, when you listen to Mark Ashton talk about it, you think, oh, okay, actually, when you see it from their perspective, it's actually, I don't mind it. There's a little bit of cringe to it, but I don't mind that.
Yeah, okay, I'll go a little bit different, just for the sake of balance on the show. Is it going to be a regular thing? Is it like every year now until whoever, Arizona, PSPRS, wherever they are, sell us? Is it a one-time thing? I think it's a little bit, well, I don't think this, but it's a little bit cringy. I'll put that argument forward. Doesn't need to be on there. The Bobby Robson thing would have been brilliant. It almost seems like the last point of order was 5 to 5. Right, we finished the kit. Oh no! It says we need a slogan on the back. What do we have? What do we have? And on the wall somewhere is run towards adversity. It's
it's a strange one, isn't it? It is a strange one. Like, Sir Bobby, you can see that quote because it was the anniversary, and it was what a fantastic time for the club. But this one is a bit strange.
That's the balanced counter view. My view, love it. I think it's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I think it's a really good nod, as Tom was saying, to the guys and girls that are running towards something else. And also, there will be, it's almost a little reminder, if you like, a little, look in that mirror, because there will be bumps in the road in a year that we all anticipate good things, all anticipate a great season. Last year was the greatest bump in that road, but there will be adversity. We are going to have to be up against it, completely different, and to what Tom was highlighting there. But there is adversity, and I kind of like it in a way. To the kit itself, with the pattern, very unique. I'm probably going to shock the world here when I say this. I absolutely love the home strip. Absolutely love it. The uniqueness is 5 out of 5. And I look at that and I see the cobble stand. I see where they were. The stances in the back. That's my stand since a boy. I love the home shirt. I'm not queuing for it. I'll wait a week, wait for you all to die down and do it. But I love it, Steve. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, what I like about that is it's quite technical, but also quite simple in a way that, you've got that sort of lovely cobalt design on the shirt, which is absolutely gorgeous. If me and my partner and I, if we ever get down to Portman Road, we tend to sit in the cobalt. So I do love that stand. And I like there's no sort of pinstriping or anything. They've sort of kept it clean, but also having that nice design. I like that the 3 stars aren't above the badge, but they are still on the shirt. It's nice to keep that sort of nod to the past, but sort of tuck it out of the way a bit,
Yeah.
And I love that red, just the red on the collar. You can see where they got the inspiration from well, probably this shirt partly, but it's beautiful. I don't know what's not to love about it, really.
Absolutely. So this was your preferred home option.
Couldn't
Tom,
have been more wrong, could I?
Well, no. Steve's, yours was a little bit like this, and mine was this. I mean, I was almost there. I was on the right lines with it. Tom, the 3 stars, as Steve rightly says there, no longer as prominent as I'm looking at him on your shirt. Is that right in the time? 3rd tier? Is it right just to keep that history? But let's just tuck it behind us a little bit until we're back being a football club that proudly boasts to be 3 stars.
Yeah, it's still there, which is a nod to our past, which our fan base are very proud of, and rightly so. But it's almost saying it's in the past, it's behind us, but we're not going to forget it, which is pretty much what it's doing on the shirt. It's kind of like symbolic in that sense that
absolutely
it's still there, and we're not going to forget about it. But let's focus on what we've got now. So we've got.
And obviously, with the lack of lines, Steve, you're not going to have an issue we had a couple of years ago, where people are going to go, the badge is not on the line, and for certain sizes, it was in certain different locations, and the OCD, and I do something with OCD, was literally just through the roof. Not going to have that with this design, are you? Because the design lends itself to the badge just almost neatly sitting in there. It's almost, it's beautiful.
It is. It doesn't. It's strange. It doesn't sort of pop out, does it? It just sort of blends in quite nicely. I totally agree with the stars thing. It's like, yeah, absolutely, be proud of what we've achieved in the past, but it's in the past. When we get back into the Premier League, we can start maybe shouting about things like that again. But for now, get us out of the 3rd tier, get us back into the Championship at least.
Before we bring our milk tray man on, who's clicked the link and getting involved in a second, let's go for the collar. Tom, on yours, is that a rounded collar? On Steve's, it's the proper collar, the shirt collar, the going out collar. This is, well, I'm not quite sure what it is, but it's red at the front with the blue. It's almost a half and half sort of situation where the collar's shrunk a little bit, so it's not quite the collar, but it's not quite the rounded design. How have you both seen that collar, Tom?
Yeah, I really like it. It's slightly different, and it's just got that little nod in the middle to like previous successful kits that we've had. So yeah, I've not got much bad to say about it, really.
Absolutely. Steve?
Yeah, I agree. I prefer, obviously, I like a big collar like this, the sort of very 90s shirts. I do like the V collars, sort of thinking of like sort of 17, 18, that sort of year. I love that home shirt. I've never been a fan of the proper round neck ones. So this is nice. It suits the shirt really well, looks fantastic, and it's not a rounded one, so bonus.
Okay. Ben, welcome in. How are you?
I'm okay, man. How are you boys? All good?
Yeah, good. Your kit is here. Surely you were on tenterhooks waiting for this.
Yeah, I lost a lot of sleep last night wondering what the kit's going to look like for our new season. I know we're chatting a bit today, Gov, but I'm kind of on your train with this. I don't get it. It's a kit. It's blue. It's mildly different from last year. My care is what happens to the people we put in the kit. It's very huge thing is being made out of, all the little eyes emojis, and it's going to release an hour earlier. I'm going to come across as a real cynical bastard here, and I'm very aware of it. I used to be a bit more cynical than I am now, but I don't care. There's such a fanfare has been made of this kit. You think we're signing Messi and Ronaldo on 4-year deals in their primes? It's like I care about the players you put in. I want to look at the who we're signing, what positions. These are the things that's going to determine success. What I don't want to do is have another season in that kind of 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th place in a mildly better looking kit. And I know it's really cynical, but people seem so excited by this kit. For me, it's like people are more excited about it than when we sign players. Like we bag it on an extension. Fantastic news. This is the news I want coming from my club. That's where the build-up should be. But there was less reaction to that than the new home kit coming out. Whether it's Umbro or Adidas or bloody Kellogg's that designs it, I don't care. I would say stick the players in the nappy and a fishnets. If they go out there and they're second in the league, that's where this should come. Dare I say it, and bearing in mind, I'm a massive fan of what the Americans have done to our club. I love these guys. It's all a bit Americanized. When they get new jerseys in America for American football, there's pep rallies, there's fanfares. It's this whole thing. I don't care about any of that. I care about getting out of this league. So put that PR, put that focus into that.
Cool.
Maybe I'm coming on here asking what is it about? I know kit's your identity and all that. I don't care about all that. You know what identity is? Do you know what the identity is? Going up as champions. That's the identity. That's where we should be excited for.
I mean, he's not wrong, TJ, and he's not the only person who will be sat at home this evening, tomorrow, whenever they're watching the show, posting on social media, etc., that are going to be saying the exact same thing.
I don't think Ben's wrong, but I don't also think he's right. I think there's a space for this kit launch to have its time. Again, like kits is not something I look forward to at the start of the season. I look for signings and fixture release day. They're my two biggies that I look forward to. But
I'm with you.
I think the fanfare around this kit has been driven by the fans. It's not been driven by the club as much until this week. So the club have kind of taken all of that bottled up pent, like, where's this kit going to come from? Done a good little 3-day campaign around it. And I think they've just delivered a very good kit and a very good campaign. So I think this is allowed to have its place, and tomorrow it will just be like, right, kit's done. Now it's where the signing's at. So I think there's place for both of it. And yeah, I welcome it. I think the excitement the positivity today's been so good, don't you think?
I hear that. The positivity is good because we've had so much so many years of negativity. But I also think it's maybe reflective of a fan base that's had absolutely nothing to celebrate for 2 generations, essentially now. And that we're so excited by the release of a kit that all the socials blow up. I'm like, no, let's get excited about signing Scott Twine or something on a 3. That's when your socials blow up, not because you put a few darker shades of blue on a kit and the stars around the back. The only thing we've actually achieved that's worth actually being proud of since I was a little boy, and I can't see them anymore. I mean, it's a personal thing because design is relative. But I'm like,
I get that, but obviously it's a lot of a quieter summer than last summer for sure. So they've got to drive their metrics on the social media engagement somehow. I just didn't like the video for the video, but the video for the countdown
to a Hollywood movie. I'm like, God, come on.
But away from that, Ben, what are your thoughts on the home and away strip?
What? Just as a general, what do I think of it?
Just as a general, this is the kit. You've seen it now. What are you thinking of it?
Yeah, it's fine. One's red, one's blue. Go out and win the league. Honestly, go out there in a nappy, win the league. I don't care what they wear. Just go out and be in that top 6 all season. I don't care as long as it's not yellow and green. I couldn't give a shit. But just go out there and win the league. Go out there and get promoted. All right. The kit is a kit. Is a kit. Is a kit. I've seen amazing teams win leagues with rubbish kits. I'd rather be one of those. It's misdirection for me. It's like, get those players, solidify that plan. The identity doesn't happen on a shirt. It happens what you play on a pitch. And that's what we'll be missing for the good part of 20 years.
Okay. Let me just get a couple of comments before I let you go, Ben. Question for you. Are you saying unless it's a player signing, we shouldn't celebrate and enjoy things?
I think celebration should be proportional to the thing you're celebrating.
I like it. Callie May have also bought another few this morning. It's an identity milk tray, says Cat and Ben. We all need something.
So he's winning a league.
Okay, all right, yeah. I'm the wrong person here, Stephen, to argue back with him. So if you want to,
I was just back thinking, God, Ben, you are a miserable.
If you want to return serve at any point, guys, you jump in because
I do. I totally understand where you're coming from. I'd rather take us winning the league in a shocking kit. Because since we've been in League One, we have had some pretty kits. The first one with the second Magical Vegas logo wasn't actually too bad, but we've had really mediocre performances in great looking kits. I just think this year's got a different feel about it because it is a new kit supplier. It feels like we've finally got a better chance because we've got a better manager. You haven't got this concerning massive turnover of players, so there is a sort of a more feel good factor about it, which I think has sort of driven it as well. We've not got a template. We've now got a shirt that is bespoke for us.
I know, but
so there is that feel-good factor more so than the past few years. But don't get me wrong, I would take us winning the league in the 18-19 home shirt. That was terrible. But I'd rather that.
Fair point. Ben,
running towards adversity. Look, all I say is that running towards adversity thing. Look, we done that head first last season, and it got the 11th is adversity. And we ran so fast into that, we couldn't stop once we got there. We would have kept on going. So ditch all that crap. Just stick a generic blue T-shirt on and go out there with an identity and let your positions of play, let your feeding to the strike force, your solidifying of the defence, your adaptation of tactics. That's an identity of the football team. This is distraction.
Okay, Ben, we love you. We appreciate you. Stay well, my friend. Amy, welcome in. Look at that. Look at that. We've got a beautiful shirt on, the same as Steve.
Me and Steve must have been thinking exactly the same thing when we woke up this morning.
Can't go wrong with that.
You've heard the milk tray, you've heard the boys, you've seen the kits. Amy, what do you think of the two?
I was absolutely chomping at the bit, wanting to jump on and talk to Ben just then. So for me,
sorry.
No, don't be silly. Don't be silly. It's absolutely fine. I'm sure Ben will be carrying on watching. Because at the end of the day, he's not wrong. He's absolutely bang on. The most important thing is where we finish. Of course it is. Nobody doesn't think it is. But this is all part of the new club, the new direction, and the new, actually, we're quite organised in our planning. And as somebody who works in social media, I am loving seeing all this marketing. What an amazing job the PR team are doing at the moment. I love just the style of the photos. They look like they're from a football game. They look like they're from an away day or something. The players in the kit look really relaxed, and it feels like a really good campaign. And I get what you're saying about the videos, but it's all about building the anticipation. And what I think a lot of people are missing, with respect, is that the anticipation is for the season, not for the shirt. We're not going to go away tomorrow and then think, right, okay, nothing else matters now because the shirt's done. This is the start of the build-up. Next week, we're on to fixture list. The week after that, we'll start getting signings in because we're going into July. So it's all going to start building up. But the first thing is laying the foundations, right? This is the thing that's going to represent this season. When we look back in 5 years' time, when we're in the Premier League, and we think about the shirt that we had when we left League One, when we won the league and we started climbing up the tables, this is the shirt that we're going to get. Do you know what I mean? Of course I'm living in dream world, but this is how it is. This started from the new owners taking over and saying this is a new direction for the club now, and they are delivering on everything. We have asked them for no more cookie cutters. We have asked them for something that relates to old shirts, hence me and Steve being in this one today. We have asked them for something that respects the club. And I even really like the phrase on the back because it fits into that marketing plan. One thing I wanted to say to Ben was that he does know that the people in the marketing team aren't also going out scouting, doesn't he? He does know that just because our focus in the public eye this week is on this kit release, there will be so much more going on behind the scenes. Not at all. This is just what's going on at the moment. It's fun. It's exciting. It's building the excitement. And next week, you and me are going to be banging on about away days and fixture lists because that's the next thing that we're getting excited about. We've been without football
do a
since
video
April.
that says it begins on the 30th of July when really we play on the 1st of August. That ain't beginning, is it? That's my only gripe. But anyway, moving away from the announcement to the strips, can't say we have all opinions here on Talking Town. The whole spectrum of opinions are absolutely here. How have you seen the shirt? I don't like the away shirt as much as I like the. In fact, let me just walk that one back. I love the home shirt. I'm not a huge fan of the away shirt. I'm not quite sure why. I can't put my finger on it. We're not really talked about the away shirt. I mean, what are your thoughts on that red and black 92 nod?
Is it because it's fairly common? It's not. Maybe it's by comparison to the home one, which is completely different. By the way, I absolutely love the sleeves on the home one. Oh my gosh, I love it. When there's just something a bit different, like this one, it's the laces. Do you remember the one from Demolition Derby when we had the horses on the sleeves? I just love this year's. This is what we're going to remember about the shirt. But yeah, for me, I think the away one is maybe not as different. I'd also love if there's anyone in the comments who would know. I get really fed up of buying the away shirt and then wearing it to an away game and us not actually wearing it. Is the fact that it's red and black going to mean that we're more likely to wear it?
I would have thought so. Yeah, there'll be some clashes. I can think of one right straight away. Yeah. Accurate and Stanley.
It's all right. I won't be at that one.
Well, there you go. You'll be fine. But I think it's the actual stripes. For me, fewer stripes or more, either fewer or more. Like if you have more, have them thinner. But it's the red as well. It's not quite the 92 red from what I remember it being. The 92 red was the different shade of red. I just view that and I think, not quite sure I think AC Milan either, EJ, but it's blown away by the home shirt
That's
for me.
what I thought. I think that was the first thing that popped into my head was Milan. But
No.
I think they're probably both of them are probably going to grow on us over the year, or by this time in 12 months we'll be like, another crap season, another crap shirt. And I think that's the most important thing is that it's the build up to the season. And we look back on, I think personally the Adidas tops are really, sorry, pointing the wrong way there. The Adidas tops are lovely. I think they're really good looking. I really like them. And I think I was a little bit disappointed that we were moving away from Adidas because I think they're the best looking ones, but we all wanted something that was really going to stand out. And we look back on the Adidas ones as, I am sure half the reason we're quite hard on them is because we've had such a crap last 5 years or whatever it is since we started using them. I do think that adds to it. My ads, I think it was Callie that said earlier, the best one was Wembley in 2000. That will be forever. One of my favorite shirts.
That's the team. That's the team, and that's what this shirt will turn itself into if we can do what we need to do. I've not asked you to away shirt. What are your thoughts? Obviously, it's red, it's black pinstripes. You've got the black V-neck collar. TJ, I'll start with you. What do you think about the away shirt?
Yeah, first thought was it's quite striking. It's like completely different, really, to what I've seen Town have in my era of supporting them anyway. But yeah, I think the whole stripe going like thickness to thinner towards the badge is quite interesting. But I think I liked it a lot more when I saw it on Baggett when his announcement was made later today. And I saw it was a bit of a different angle of it, or a bit of a different lens on it. And I quite like the look of it. So I think it's going to be like last season's away kit, which was better in person when you see it up close. But I already think this was better than last season's.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, I do. I see what you mean.
Yeah, the eyes have got to see it up close.
Steve, how are you obviously seeing it? First of all, I'll give huge kudos to Umbro, Steve, because the fact the badge just sits in there, like it doesn't look like it's been planted on top of a couple of lines. It looks like it fits. It belongs.
Yeah, like it was made for it, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah,
it is beautiful. I mean, I'm a sucker for an orange away shirt. So there's part of me that was gutted it wasn't orange, but I knew it was going to be red and black anyway with everything that's being said.
You mean like your concoction?
Like that would have been lovely, but there we go. Here's what it is. No, I do love it. I mean, when I first saw it, I got sort of vibes of both Milan and Bournemouth. So, had a few people with the same sort of opinion, but yeah, I absolutely love it. And yeah, like with Elkin in the announcement of him extending his deal, which is awesome as well. That shirt really looked good on him. And was it Chaplin as well, I think, was wearing it earlier? There was a photo on Twitter I saw. So it looks really, really good. And I think that's the best away shirt I can think of for a long time.
Yeah, we've got some comments coming thick and fast. We absolutely love that. 80 YouTube member. There were a lot of red stripes in League One last season. 80, thank you for being a YouTube member and for your comment. Callie, Adidas Adidas is a big standard copy and paste template. Best part of that deal was the training gear.
That was nice.
Yeah. How much of the shirts Darling FC charge? £40 for adults. Has anyone sat through the 7.5 hours? Slight exaggeration. Queue to I've clicked it just out of interest, and I've been waiting 10 minutes, and I'm now position 199. I will say, if we're still live and it gets me to the front, I will drop out because I am not doing it again. But I don't anticipate the show going on while that's happening. Anyone sat through and pre-ordered it yet? How much is it?
I did. It's £49. Can't afford it, so I had no intention of it right now.
Close his tab down. Fuck, I ain't paying that.
Yeah.
How much? 50 notes?
Yeah, £50 for it. So I will wait a little while. But yeah,
it's not an impulse buy, is it?
It's not. No.
Talking Town are giving away a couple of shirts. I'm going to have to enter my own giveaway because I ain't paying £50, Tom. I can't afford. If I spent £50, I'd get a question as to why I spent £50 and what on.
Yeah, it stung a bit when I saw that as well. I will be getting the home shirt at some point, but I think I had to go and buy it in person because I want to see what the fit's like, because I've not had an Umbro kit before. So
You
it
had
could
to
be,
hide the receipt. Yeah. We've all
Yeah.
had to see it in person to buy it. Yeah.
but we'll get it when I get down to a home game. So yeah,
When the cashier says, "Do you want the receipt?" No,
Yeah.
been that because I've never been here.
Taking,
You've not
it's like
seen me in my Inspector Gadget. I'm not here. Wow.
On that note, about the fit, thank you to Crunch who shared the Planet Blue tweet with me earlier about they are releasing the women's shirt this year. They are releasing a women's fit shirt this year, so I'll be interested to see whether they actually do make it fit, because last time it was just way too small. I don't think they quite knew what they were doing, but that was a while back, and I know that the club have listened to the feedback and that they have wanted to try and get what the ladies want, basically. So that was really nice to see. Thank you to Crunch for sharing that.
He's also said he's got 4 shirts to buy. You can all do the
Ouch.
maths, but we want to make Crunch's summer that little bit more painful. We are on the hunt to 4,000, the season ticket giveaway. There's a new update on the channel. I did say at the start of the show, if you weren't here, do go and watch that. Couple of things we want to do, particularly now the King, Sam Morsey, is involved. So, but basically, we need to hit 4,000 to give away a couple of season tickets, give some to charity if we can. Make Crunch's summer just a little bit more eye-watering. What more? I mean, what more could you possibly want?
What more motivation do you need?
You know, make him cry out of his eyes. Yeah, but ouch, poor you. David already ordered both, and the kids' kits. There are a couple of beauties up the town. Yeah, okay. Billy Dalton says, effing loving both. Don't know why I said effing, but both new home and away kits for 2022-23. I think Coxie, who's not bought a shirt since Matty was born, and I think Matty's 18 now, might be buying this kit. It's that sort of kit, Tom. It's going to make people, it's going to make people think about reaching for their wallet until they click the link and it says 50 quid. But it'll make them think about, buying it.
Yeah, last kit I bought for the season ahead was Roy Keane's first season. So I went in the shop and bought it when it was like the back end of the season. I think they started selling them. So I went in and bought one. And I look back on it now, I was like, why did I buy that? That was crap. But it was £10 less. And it was mitre and it was a bit rubbish. But yeah, this will be the first one in about, 13 years that I've bought for the season ahead. So yeah, I'm getting that one.
Steve, I take it by the fact you knew how much, etc. You've already sat through the process and...
Yeah, I didn't order it in the end. I was just checking out the price. No, I'll come back. See you later.
Love you, Steve. You're like me.
The last time I bought a shirt for the season ahead, I'm not going too far back. 2017, 2018, the Martin Waghorn, Joe Garner year. Because I absolutely love that shirt. That was quite simplistic, but I loved that. But this one, obviously, I really want to get it, but I just can't right now. So hopefully it won't be too long.
Yeah, joking aside, it is a really, really tough time out there for people. And 50 notes is extravagant, particularly on what is effectively a 12-month
thing.
Mm-hmm. If you're going to have expensive football shirts, and of course things have got to be paid for and the cost of everything, then, at least make them 2 years. At least make it £25 a season as opposed to... Because it is a tough time out there for a lot of people, and there'll be many people like myself who are disappointed that perhaps it is a little bit out of their reach at the moment. 2 Christmases time, there'll be a whole sale range, and you'll be able to get loads. But they'll be out of date by then, and you'll feel, I wasn't part of that euphoria, that marketing that you were just talking about, Amy. That it makes you have that FOMO.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, wait 20 years, Copa will probably do a reproduction because this is going to be the year we absolutely smash League One, and then just get that.
That ain't cheap either.
Actually, no, it's about 40 quid itself, isn't it?
There you go. Moving on to Elkin Bagger. Let's bring in the GOAT. Not heard from him for a while. How are you, Colin?
Hello, Martin. How are you, mate? Amy?
Not too
CJ,
bad.
Steve.
Evening.
Before we go on to Elkin, your kit thoughts, Colin. We'll get you on for your kit thoughts. What do you think of the home and the away strip?
Yeah, I spoke to Rich about that earlier. Home shirt. I totally agree with you, Gov. Fantastic design. away shirt. I won't go on, ages about it. Away shirt, yeah, I'm really, really pleased with it. I think it's different. But I think, like my Ian tweeted the other day, about a week or so ago, before the shirts and everything come out, let's just concentrate on getting the quality in. And we all want finish top 2 or at worst top 6 and get up to those playoffs. But top 2 is my aim, and that's what I hope that we do.
Absolutely. And today, obviously, another player, TJ, announced extending their deal. Elkan Baggott, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, really happy with it. Like 3 years with an option for an extra year. I think, as he said in his interview, it might be a case he goes on loan, whether that's till January, see what we like for injuries or anything like that. But yeah, I think he'll go on loan and get some good experience. But yeah, I think we've got a good player there. Good kid with good head on his shoulders as well, by the way he talks. And yeah, some of his clips for Indonesia, really good. Some passing, good goal. Didn't know he had that in him. So yeah, really good signing for the future, and probably one that would have slipped away under previous regime.
He said in the statement, Steve, it's been a great few days for me, and I'm delighted to have committed my future to the football club. I want to thank the gaffer. He's really helped me improve as a player since coming in. I'd like to also thank the people around me and close to me who always give me support. My aim for the next season is to play as much football as possible, but that's here or if the right loan opportunity comes up. 3 years, extension of a year, possible, as Tom was just saying. He's worth that alone, isn't he, from the fact that he's the Indonesian wonder kid?
Yeah, it's brilliant news. He's a brilliant kid. He is definitely going to be in the first team before too long. I can imagine, like you said, TJ, maybe a season out on loan to a League Two side, just get that first team experience. Is he going to get it realistically? In our defence, you've got the likes of Edmondson and Wolfie. But yeah, and it's brilliant just to tie him down to a 3-year deal as well, because a lot of the time in the past regime, it would have been 1 year or a 2 year, So it's nice to get a longer term deal where we can actually build him and sort of make something even better of him, because he's been doing so well for himself.
Yeah. Commercially, Amy, obviously you come on and talk about the marketing. He is a commercial figure in the sense of he has a big market of followers. I know when we had a pre-game show, the Rotherham, and I simply put Elkan Baggott in the title. It was our most popular pre-game show by a country mile. They can't get enough of Elkan Baggott. He'll earn that back in tenfold, won't he, in shirt sales at 50 quid a pop?
It comes back to what we were saying about what I was saying about the direction of the club now. I think the boys have just hit the nail on the head. Under previous regimes, he probably would have gone. So it's keeping our players for us and building on that and making that part of what it means to be Ipswich. So because he is obviously very well thought of among the club already, isn't he? So yeah, it's I haven't had a chance to catch up on the interviews and stuff from today, but from seeing the reaction on Twitter, as you say, he's got a big following already. So yet another thing that's building up the excitement for the season.
Absolutely. Colin, where do you want to see him next year? At Portman Road, featuring, be it on a part-time basis or whatever basis, or do you want to see him out on loan, doing a Corey and Dubber, doing a Luke Wolfenden, doing a Luke Heim, doing what players before him have done, not Luke Heim, Flynn Down, sorry, and cutting his teeth out on loan?
Yeah, but like I said to you before, Gov, on the previous show, I would have loved to have seen him around the place, to be perfectly honest. We had a lovely chat with him after the last game of the season. Wished him really well and said to him that he's one of the best defenders, young defenders we've had in this club in a long time. He loved that. He took that all in. I saw it. I heard it. And like Crunch quite rightly said, and like I said, I would have liked to see him hanging around the place. But Rich has said this no end of times, and I must admit I do agree with him. And having listened to Elkan's interview this afternoon, reading between the lines, it's looking very much like he's going out. Now, if he's going out, Gov, that's fine. That's fine by me. We've tied him down to a 3-year contract, which is brilliant. But what I would like to see more than anything else, obviously, if he's going to go out, is he goes out to a really good club that's going to look after him and he's going to be playing football the right way. Would I want to see him go out to a club I believe it won't happen anyway. But do I want to see him go to a club as hoofing at blah, blah, blah? No, of course I don't. But I'm sure that the club will look after him. They'll make sure that he goes to the right setup. Well, I'm damn hoping so anyway. And I wish him all the very, very best. I would have loved to send him around the place, but it's looking very, very much likely that he's going to go out for a certain amount of time.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought it was quite interesting the pictures on the website, TJ, with who was or who wasn't in there with Elkin. Obviously, no Mark Ashton, the player development officer. Obviously, a big tip of the hat there in terms of it's his job now to take this individual and get him out on loan to the right clubs, as Colin was sort of indicating there, and get him through to the first team.
Yeah. Like I said, I just think half a season loan might do for now, with the option to maybe extend it. And if we want him back and if we think he's ready, then he can come in. But we've got Corey and Darber, which probably a lot of people forget about. He's just had a great season with Salford, so we're kind of well stocked in that position. So we don't want to block him from not playing at all, and might as well get him some experience. So yeah, good to see that he's got his player development person there with him as well when he's like signing his new deal. And yeah, it's only good news, I think.
Apologies, I'll give him his proper title. Gary Probert Town is Director of Football Operations. I should have known that. I should have known that. It slipped. I was thinking desperately as you were talking. What was his name? What is his name? Gary. It's Probert, not Gary. Yes, it is Gary Probert. It's Director of Football Operations. There we go. So we've done the kit. We've done Elkin Baggett. That's. I mean, you can see what Ben was saying earlier. That's the summer so far. That's it. I'll ask you all as we close, what is your favourite shirt, home or away? Very quickly, say it as you leave. But before we do, kind of says, what's the current number, Gov? Currently, we are on, for subscribers, 3,609. So we are 391 away from that magical 4,000 figure. So still some work to do, but it's completely possible. And Andy Barrell has become a YouTube member. Andy, we love you. We appreciate you. Only a couple more. Maybe I can get that kit. I don't know. But thank you ever so much, brother, and welcome home. Colin, home or away? Which is your favourite shirt?
Love them both, but if I had to go for one, I'd go home all day long.
Beautiful. We love you, Colin. Look after yourself. Amy, your favourite shirt, home or away?
If pushed, I think I'd go for home at the moment.
Will you buy it?
Yeah. Luke came in to me earlier and he said, "Why are you doing a podcast tonight? Isn't it out of season?" I was like, "Yeah, the football shirt's been released." "Oh, right, okay." Santa will put it on his list. I was like, No. I'm not waiting until December." He's like, "Right, okay, I'll buy it you for another present then." So I suspect I will, but it won't be me digging for the pennies.
Brilliant. Amy, we love you. I'll speak to you very soon. Look after yourself. Steve, our aficionado of kits, you can have the last word. Tom, what do you think of it, my friend?
Yeah, home one's my favourite. Yeah, definitely. Really happy with what we got though overall. And yeah, if we're going to hit that target, by the way, it's only 10 a day, so it's doable.
There you go. You need 5 apples and oranges a day. Well, 5 pieces of fruit, and you need 10 subscribers. There we go. 5 a day. It's stuck in my head for some reason. I don't know why. Tom, before you go, third kit. Rumours of. Do you think we need a third? I think looking at the two lineups, you probably are going to get third. What would your preferred third strip be?
I mean, I always love an orange one, as you probably know from our last chat. So, but I feel like that's probably a solid second choice. So, I don't know. Would it be like all black or something, perhaps, or just white? It's got to be something probably quite different to what we've got. So, I'll probably go for a white one.
Pink?
I mean, pink.
They're in the rage, aren't they? They're in the rage.
Yeah, there's some good pink ones out there. There's some shockers, but yeah, I think a pink one's probably like a good second kit as well, like an orange. It's like a
all
complete
black
contrast. Black.
All black. The blackout one they had last year.
Yeah, I think like all black or all white for a third kit would be good because it's kind of one tone and it could fit into like different teams that you're playing against. But yeah, I think you've got to have a striking colour if you're going to have a second kit like that.
Craig at Portsmouth, YouTube member, the black one. He's straight in there. Steve, our aficionado in the F1, aficionado of kits. What do you think? Home or away? Which is your favourite? And about the third kit?
It's got to be the home kit for me. As beautiful as the away one is, it's got to be the home one. Third kit, I'd love to see a slight reworked version of the one they had last year, because that was absolutely fantastic. But again, yeah, like TJ, I'm a sucker for an orange kit, so I'd love it. Or maybe sort of like a reworked version of the Barcelona one we had a few years back that they never got to wear. So
got to play like Barcelona. You wear Barcelona. That's the only drawback.
Mm-hmm.
We love it. 250 miles away, but blew through to my core. Says new YouTube member Andy Barrel. Look, it takes 5 minutes to do what Andy has done. Become a YouTube member. It takes 30 seconds to hit subscribe for you. Get a subscription for your dog, your cat, your mum, your dad, your aunt. In fact, it's Father's Day this Sunday. The best present you can give your father is a subscription to Talking Town. Well, I'm not quite. I wouldn't go that far. And don't forget, we are in partnership with Ipswich Buses. Go contactless across all routes in Ipswich. I think return starts from £2.20. Incredibly cheap, particularly with petrol costing the way it does. And it's contactless. And of course, on days like today, TJ, you can indeed hit the bus, go down to Isaac's, or other drinking establishments, have a couple of beers and enjoy the sun, right?
Yeah, I'll see you there next season.
Oh, love it. Right, stay tuned. 9:15 cricket. 9 o'clock cricket. Or was it 9:15? One of the two. Coming up is the cricket show. Talking cricket. I am producing with Rich and Rob as the batting order. And until then, with love, with care. That's the aficionado. Big Valtteri Bottas fan. He's the big fish. Tom James. And I'm the Gov.
You make me smile when I think of you. I am down low and I am blue. I can't get enough. You make me happy, I feel so fine. Oh, how I wish that you were mine. I can't get enough. I woke up all soaked in sweat, weird chills running down my neck. I thought went crazy from just the thought of you.